Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. Welcome back to my free-to-play series. If you haven't seen these videos before, this is a series where I'm playing through DDO on a fresh free-to-play account, only using what I find, so no guild ship, no auction house, no DDO store, no handy-downs from other players, no trades, nothing like that. So today we're moving on to the Lordsmarch chain, which is a really fun, I think really well-designed set of free-to-play quests. I think these are some of the best in terms of quest design and fun, some of the best quests that are free-to-play in the whole game. And this is a series of quests that actually was recently updated, so a lot of the gear here is quite good. So we're going to head to Lordsmarch Plaza. So to get to Lordsmarch Plaza, a lot of ways to get there. I'm going to get there here through the southwest portion of the marketplace. You can also get there through the harbor. It's kind of over there near Waterworks. You can also get there through the 12, but I'm going to be entering this way. So there in Lordsmarch, there's two chains right here. There's the free-to-play chain in the middle, and then there's a paid Attack on Stormreach chain. The first three quests are free. That's the free-to-play chain. So that's the ones we're going to do. Which, in terms of gear, and I know I talked about this recently, I'm going to start with wait, not this one, not framework. We're going to start over here with diplomatic impunity. We'll do them in order. So this in this first quest is down here. You actually pick it up here, but you go to the quest in the 12. But being recently updated, so these quests were just a year or two ago were made legendary. So they were heroic only, but a year or two ago they made them legendary, and in that process they kind of updated the gear. So this is one of the best, I think, as a pure free-to-play player, at least on the build I'm on, this is kind of the obvious choice in terms of a gear set, a named set to get to kind of power you to 20. So I'm going to be hopefully today. So the first time I ran through these, and I showed that off last video in the series, I was able to get the Contra's Wit, which drops from diplomatic impunity, but I'm hoping to get the helmet and the gloves. Those drop from the quest 2 and quest 3 respectively, which we'll get to here in a little bit. All right, so diplomatic impunity. So this one is there are multiple ways to complete this quest. I'm going to show you like the standard way, but there are other ways to do it. But this is kind of the intended path, which I'm going to show you, which is we're going to go around here to the south. So basically in this quest, so a couple things you need to do. You got to start by talking to this NPC, but basically you got to get to this point for story reasons, the speech overlook. So goal number 1 is get to this point. So we're going to get to here, and then after we get to this point, we have to talk to this NPC Henrietta here, talk to her again, and to get back to her, you can either go back exactly the way you came, which is the inefficient way to do it, or you can cut through this area, the Vine Thrasher Village, which is the intended path, so I'll show you that. So you can cut through there and save yourself some time, and also save yourself a lot of fighting, because if you run this way, stuff will respawn, and it's just better to just avoid having to fight all that. But basically, once we get back to her a second time, we're then going to make our way to the southeast here, to the giant ruins, and we're going to have our infight over there. So let's start by buffing a little bit here. Okay. So make sure you talk to Henrietta. You have to talk to her. Make sure to fulfill that objective. Another thing I like to do is kind of when we're running here, so we're going to run through here to the east and then cut through this path here. So what I like to do is kind of hang near the rots, because there are some... actually, get my hireling to say there's some scorpions that will spawn. And I think staying to the edge can help you avoid some fighting. So that's what we're going to do. So apologies if also, I think my voice is probably fine at this point, but earlier this week I was sick. So hopefully my voice is not too scruffly. Earlier this week, my voice was shot. So hopefully I'm fine now. I think I am. But if you hear some sniffles, my apologies. Okay, so we're just going to make our way down here, and we can go ahead and use our expeditious retreat. Go ahead and call. We can go ahead and use Death Ward actually. For our hireling. Thank you. All right, we're just gonna make our way this way. So we're going to go up here and around. We don't want to go south yet. We want to go this way. The other way leads you back to the Vine Thrasher village, but before we go there, we need to fulfill this objective. So we'll be backtracking just a tad to get over the bridge, because we'll get over this bridge above us. We're going to be crossing that to get to the Vine Thrasher village. So the whole theme of this pack, this is the Droam invading. So you get to talk to this NPC for story reasons, and you can have a nice look out here at all the, well, let me kill this scorpion. You can have a nice look at the Droam army invading Stormreach. You can see them kind of grouping up here on the coast, getting ready to invade. Alright, so now we have the objective, and stuff will spawn. So this is one of the things this quest does, is stuff will spawn. Let's go ahead and take out this, well, Stunning Blows on cooldown. That's okay. Oh, this guy's a champ too. I'm like, why am I still taking so much damage? Yeah, it's fine. Did not manage my cooldown very well there. But anyways, okay, so now we go back this way. Forget what I was talking about, but yeah, we go back this way, cross this bridge, go to the village. So when we get to this village, you can fight them and kill all of them to gain access to the shortcut. But the best thing to do is to just use diplomacy. And there's no, as far as I know, there is no. It asks you for a diplomacy check, but you don't actually need a high diplomacy to succeed in that check. So you should always just select diplomacy. I mean, I guess you can do the fighting. Well, you never want to do the fighting. Just you really just want to use diplomacy. Okay. So these are bullywugs. They used to be wild men, but that was changed in the update. Okay, so we're crossing the bridge. This is where we were before when I showed you the bridge above us. Break some branches here. A lot of running, so we're going to choose diplomacy. Diplomacy. Just smash diplomacy. So now we got a parlay for passage. The passage being the shortcut. So the chief is over here. Oh, the high shaman, I'm sorry. So click diplomacy, 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 diplomacy. There we go. 401 XP, and then right here, there was a gate here, but after you talk to him, this gate opens. That gives us the shortcut. We can go up here and get back to the beginning of this quest. Back to Henrietta, or Henrietta. I want to say Henrietta, but it's Henrietta. All right. So the other good thing, here we go. So talk to her, tell her yes, Droam is invading. So now I get the objective, travel into the southern mountains and confront the Droam war captain. So the other good thing about the shortcut is we can take it back as well. So like if we didn't do the shortcut, which you don't have to do, but you would have to backtrack through all the way through here and then all the way back. There's still quite a bit of running regardless in this quest, but this cuts down a huge percentage of it. Okay. So with these quests, I kind of explained this last video, but these base items can be upgraded, like the Katra's Wit and the Teresa's Sight, the named items that drop from here in this chain. But to upgrade them, you need ingredients called marks, and marks only drop in the paid content. So unfortunately, as free-to-play, until you get the Attack on Stormreach Adventure Pack, you cannot upgrade your items. You can only use the base items. But that's okay, because you can still get the set bonus without upgrading them. Your items won't be quite as good, but for us, still a really good choice for gear. So now, yeah, so now we're almost done with the quest. We're just going all the way through here. There's some fire traps up here to be aware of. This infight can be a little bit, I mean, you can take, there's quite a few mobs. You can take quite a bit of damage. So make sure you're a little careful. I think we'll be fine, though. So there's not really anything to update as far as like enhancements or gear. Nothing has changed since the last video. Only thing I've done, I did get one more action point, and I did go ahead and spend that in lay on hands to get one more lay on hands. Which is nice. More lay on hands is always good. Okay, we're almost there. It's kind of a spiral here up to the end fight.
From ahead, a rough voice barks out. Soldiers of Droam, stand down. The war captain wishes to parley with the...
Getting a little bit of server lag. Still DDO. I kind of talked about this last time, but DDO, as I'm recording this, it's September 1st, 2025. DDO's having some lag problems. There should be an update this week. The executive producer said they're doing an update this week to hopefully fix a major source of lag. But we hopefully won't be, hopefully won't hit too many lag spikes during this video recording. I hope not. But there was one right there. If it's too bad, I may edit it out. Okay, so here I'm going to go ahead and just do like a fire resist. There are some fire traps around here, but it should be fine. Buffs are still good. Go ahead and get this trash. Okay. So nothing to loot here. I already have the ring. I mean, I guess there's a chance I can get a better mythic version. So Wand of Blasting. I actually think I have this in my inventory. No, I don't. Okay, I must have sold it. Not very useful for us. Yeah, Wand of Blasting. Yeah, and we can only actually pick one up. Those are exclusive. All right, so that is Diplomatic Impunity. Not too bad if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, I mean, you can really run around here a lot because if you don't know the most efficient path, this quest can take a while. But okay, so we'll move now to Framework, which I call the Minotaur quest, because there are tons of Minotaurs, most of which you don't have to fight. All right, so we're just going to run back to Lordsmarch. So the second and third quest, you don't have to run back to the 12. You can just enter those directly from the NPC. Let's go ahead and turn this in. Anything appetizing? Nope, nope. Nope. Okay. So now we're doing, I think this is framework. Yeah, framework. All right, guys, for lag reasons, I'm going to have to restart this quest. So I did a little jump cut there. I got into this quest. I was running it. I got a little way into it and massive server lag. So we're going to reset this quest framework and head back in. So I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to start fresh here and I'll explain to you this quest again, which you didn't hear the first explanation because I'm cutting it out because of, I was like, I'll just do this quest over. Okay, guys. So this quest framework, has kind of like diplomatic impunity. It's got some quirks to it, and there's multiple ways to complete it. A couple things you want to make sure. I mean, at the start here, we have to talk to Doris, and Doris gives you a wand. So Doris gives you her wand. It is an actual item that goes into your inventory. It's the wand of rock solid evidence. You have to use this wand to complete the quest. So what this wand does is it'll turn an enemy mob to stone, and you have to use it on at least one Minotaur inside the Minotaur Fortress to complete this plant some rock solid evidence objective, and that is a required objective. So you can run into some issues if you're, say, grouping, you're pugging this, like doing in a public group in the first person, because the first person that talks to the NPC gets the wand and no one else does. So what can sometimes happen in a pickup group is someone doesn't know what they're doing, or maybe doesn't speak your same language or whatever, talks to the NPC, doesn't realize they have the wand, and then the group can't complete because the person doesn't realize they have the wand and that they have to use it. So that's one thing to keep into account. Make sure the first person to talk to the NPC is someone who actually understands the quest. Okay, so multiple ways to complete this quest. I'm just going to show you the most common way, in the easiest way, which is to just go through the front gate. So we have to get into the Minotaur Fortress. We can go through the front gate, or we can kind of more stealthily go around the borders here, collect ballista parts, and kind of fling ourselves into the quest with the help of a ballista. We don't have to do that. What you can do, which is really the easiest thing, is just to run to the front gate right here and wait for them to open it for you. So we're going to sit here and we're going to wait for the Minotaur after we're going to kill these panthers first. But we're going to wait for them to open the gate for us. This guy will run up. He'll hit this lever right here, you can see, and open the gate. At least I think he hits the lever. Yeah, see, the lever went down. So now we got to do our wand. So our wand right here. So here's our wand. We're going to use it. See there? Turn that Minotaur to stone. Now you can see the objective there, plant some rock solid evidence, has been fulfilled. So the other thing about this quest is probably not helping with the aforementioned lag. So there is a huge number of Minotaurs in the center. So make sure you kill as you go, because it's very easy, especially if you're in a group. If you're not killing them as you go, you can really run up some dungeon alert and also just lag in general. So make sure you kill these things as you go. So where we want to, so the direction we want to go south to this star here, which is the Fortress Hill, which is where the infight is. It is a very short quest if you know kind of where you're going and what you're doing. Also, the other thing is some of these mobs, they have blur, so they have incorporality. Not incorporality, concealment, I meant to say, which we can't bypass yet. But if we get the Teresa's sight, which is the helmet from, it's either from the second or third quest in this chain, that gives us true seeing. So hopefully we get that and we can proceed, and we won't have to worry about concealment anymore, because true seeing bypasses all concealment, blur, displacement, any of that stuff gets bypassed with true seeing. One of the kind of, if you're on a melee like I am, it's like one of the basically required effects. Okay, we're getting, I want to try to kill these things. We don't want to see, there's a huge number of them in an open area, so it can be really, really, really easy to kind of get overwhelmed by Minotaurs here, and also can sometimes definitely cause lag. So see, a lot of them spawned in at once, because there's some up here. Could have maybe been a little more stealthful the way I'm, especially considering the current server server conditions, be a little more careful. But I think hopefully we'll be fine. Just gonna get some of these down. Getting a little bit of server lag. They also have this annoying knockdown effect, which really nothing. You can, if there wasn't lag, you can't dodge it. If they run past you, you can dodge it to not get hit by it. But it's kind of hard to do right now with the current state of the server and just getting overwhelmed there. So, but let's kill us some Minotaurs. There's also optional. You can see up here. There's optional Slayer objectives. I don't think they're worth doing. So I don't do them, but you can do them if you want to.
Your gifts are acceptable, says the Minotaur chieftain. But they will not be enough to hire
So, okay. So now we unlock the gates. So this is where the infight is.
Mercenaries. You misunderstand. The chieftain bellows. Intruders! Slay them all!
Get some of this trash down. Hopefully keep the lag monster at bay. Go up here. Some of these casters are a little bit nasty as well.
The sound of a boarding bell echoes down the streets.
Yeah.
Pile out of the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get... Yeah, the server is just really not liking this quest today. I'm getting some hits in, but a lot of my hits right now are just not processing because of lag. So we'll see. Hopefully we get through this. So, I mean, hopefully by the time you're watching this video, if you're a free-to-play player, you don't have this experience. It's just a very weird time right now in DDO. So I think we're getting some of these down, so we'll be okay. But it's a very weird time right now in DDO with the server transfers. And I talked about this on last episode, but there's just been really unforeseen. Like, DDO's always had some lag, but the past few months it's been the worst I've ever seen it in my 16, 17 years of playing DDO. With everyone transitioning, they just moved everyone to new servers, and there's definitely some optimization they need to do behind the scenes of the new servers to get the... Well, let me go ahead and kill these guys first before we open that. Before they can get the servers working the way they want them to. Okay, so we're fine. Yeah, it's definitely the number of mobs really added. Really added to that. Oh, look, I got a blue augment of PRR. That's actually kind of nice. That may be useful. Okay, so after we completed our objectives, we planted the evidence, we assassinated the Minotaur chieftain. All I got to do now is report back to Doris. So to report back to Doris, you don't have to run all the way back or detour. You can just click on this repaired ballista, and it will shoot you all the way back. Beginning of the quest, you get to go on a little ride. Well, it should shoot you all the way back, but yeah, server lag. It's got me frozen in the air. It's too bad for the video you couldn't see the whole like ride back to the entrance. But anyways, so it looked really choppy there, but it should have just shot me back. It's not supposed to look like that. That is lag. Anyways, you talk to Doris, and that's it. All right, so that's it for that one. Unfortunately, we didn't get our item that we wanted. That makes me sad, but is what it is. I'll probably, in between episodes, I'll probably be rerunning these quests on Elite just several times. I really want to get that set, and we're getting to the point where we want some more. Like, I'm going to have to grind these quests probably a little bit more. I'll have to look at what other quests are available. But as you get to kind of the 15 to 20 area, the free-to-play content does dry up. Okay, so let's see. We actually did get an slight upgrade here to our armor. It's actually pretty nice. So our current armor is 15 PRR, and this one gives us 16. And we get sonic resistance instead of acid resistance. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and grab this. Hopefully this new armor looks good. But yeah, I'll take the extra. I mean, it's a very minute upgrade, but our PRR will go, what, from 70 to 71. Okay. It's fine. The armor's not too ugly. I don't mind that look. All right, so then now for the last quest in the chain. Eyes of Stone. This one is Medusa themed. This one probably the most complicated of the 3 quests, I would guess. So in this quest, you do have to use an item, kind of like you did in the in framework that we just did, except in this one, instead of stoning an enemy, you have to unstone some humanoids here. Go ahead and buff real quick. You gotta speak to Tullus here. So we don't have the mob density that we had in the last quest, so I'm hoping that server lag is not really an issue in this quest. And I hate to show all that lag like in these videos for this series, but like I want to get the series get the series done. It's been kind of lingering on, I think, for quite a long time. All right. So we talked to that NPC. So there's some guards here that we have to unstone, and some of them are required to unstone and some of them are not. I'll show you later the ones that are required. But the first thing we need to do is go this way because we got to get the salve, which is the item we need to cure the stone effect that these guards have. But yeah, you can see. So free the petrified guards. So that is the unrequired ones. Which I'm not going to worry about doing that. You can if you want to. I'm just going to be doing the required ones. So there are some traps. Whoops. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. There are some exploding barrels here to look out for as well. Okay. Okay, let's see. Did I pass it? Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I just haven't gotten there yet. I was like, did I pass the salve? The salve was in that box. So salve of stone to flesh. That's what we want.
You find the stone to flesh salve you need inside the strongbox.
Okay. Go ahead and pull this lever. So that'll turn off some of the traps. So when I do this, you kind of want to run back the way you came. So you can go north and west or west and north. Just go back the way you came, because then you don't have to fight. You can avoid some fighting, because there's no reason to go over to the other path and fight the mobs that are in there. Just go back the way you came. Okay, so that stone to flesh salve you'll want to drag to a hot bar. So now we got to go rescue the coin lords from their offices. So here's some palace guards. Like if we want, like we can unstone them, but there's no reason to unstone these guys. You really have to just unstone the ones in the other area of the palace, which I'll show you right now. So we need to go to the lower offices, I believe. Yeah, lower offices. This is the next area. And there's 4 fights you have to do, and after those fights, you unstone the guards. So we're going to go this way, and all you got to do is go into each of these rooms, basically. So you just hit the rooms up as you go. If you have a way to find hidden doors, there are hidden doors you can go through, which I don't know if it really makes it that much faster. But I guess you can more directly go from room to room. I don't know if it really even matters, though. But yeah, there's some hidden doors, like, around here. So, Coin Lords. So, these are the ones that are required. So, the objective is rescue the Coin Lords from opposites. So, the Coin Lords, you have to unstone. So, all you do is select them and then click your salve. So, that was 1. So, there's 4 of them. So, we have 3 left. But yeah, I guess it does save you fighting. So, I guess if you can find the hidden doors, it does save you from fighting these Droam in the hallways. So, that's good, I guess. But if you're like me and you don't have a way to find the secret doors, you just make your way through. And again, another mob unfortunately has concealment that we can't bypass yet because we don't have access to true seeing. I mean, I guess I could look into true seeing scrolls. I should probably do that. But I was hoping we'd just get the Teresa's sight soon. Not sure what my hireling's doing. Come here, hireling. Okay, Coin Lord number 2. Actually, we didn't have to go in this room. The other, there isn't one here. It's in the other 2. I mean, it's fine. Just did a little unnecessary fighting, really. Okay, so here's number 3. Yeah, so actually you only want to go in the 2 east rooms, and then the southwest room, and then the west room. Okay, last one. So this one you also have to talk to. So now we just got to find our way to the Medusa's lair. That's what we want to do now. And here's some more if you want to do the optionals. There's more to unstone there. They're kind of placed throughout the quest. So we don't want to go back to the bottom floor. Stay here on the second floor, and we're going to go through this door. There's a shrine there. I don't think I need to use it because there is a shrine before the end fight that I can use as well. So I think I'll just pass on that one. Okay, so we're going to the upper plaza. Pull this lever. Well, might have to kill some mobs first. Yeah, we'll kill some mobs first. There we go. Okay, so we want to go. I'm trying to, because there is a path that's an optional. Let's see. Let's go ahead and kill these mobs. I don't recall actually if which direction is the optional and which is the required path. So we'll just pick one. I believe this might be the optional. If it is, no worries. I'll just show you the optional. It's not really worth doing. Yeah, this is optional. You know what? Well, do I want to show you the optional? I guess I'll show you the optional. I think there is one fun thing here I can show you in the optional room. I guess we get a chest out of it. And this NPC is kind of fun. He has this huge club, like Club of the Scrag, I think it's called. Or at least it looks like the Club of the Scrag. I don't know if it's the same item, but... yeah, let me go get some of these enemies to see if we can cut down this lag here. There we go. So yeah, this optional, I mean, you can run to the south and do this, but 760 XP in a chest, it's not really worth your while. It's definitely not worth your while, but who knows? Maybe we'll get something cool. Sturdy, balance of assassin. Okay, no. But you got to see the troll with the giant club, right? So it was not all in vain. All right, so we actually want to go, is it west? Okay, I think it's north. We need to go here. Yeah, so let's go this way. Yeah, so you want to go north. You don't need to go south like we did. All right. You can blow up those. So if you want to, you can blow up these barrels and try to kill those kobolds with them. But I don't ever bother. But I've been in groups that actually do that. So I'll show you this optional here. So there's some kobolds down there. It's not a lot of fighting, so we can just do it. Just kill some kobolds here, and there'll be more that'll spawn. Just kill a few, and you do get an optional like 750 XP or so. So they'll respawn in a second. There we go. So there we go. Kill 3 kobolds, get 760 XP. It's fine. Yeah, so I don't know why I grabbed that collectible. So yeah, this is actually an optional as well. I didn't have to do this, but that's actually the thing I wanted to show you was that little kobold optional that I was thinking was in the troll lair before. But if you go this way, you can get some palace guards for with the flesh salve if you want to. But we will just make our way this way to the end of the quest. All right, so here's the end of the quest. So here's our last shrines. We're gonna go ahead and shrine before the invite. This invite can be kind of tough. So with Medusas, I'm trying to remember if in this series we have fought Medusas before. This might be the first time. So the thing with Medusas is they'll do this stone attack just like a traditional Greek Medusa, right? You can't look at it or it'll turn you to stone. So when they attack, like let's say that this rest shrine is the Medusa and we're just swinging at it and fighting it. Whenever they start their gaze attack, you want to just turn around like this and put your back to it until its attack is over, and then you can shift around again and start attacking once attack is over. So if as long as you're not looking at the Medusa, you won't get turned to stone. But if you face it while it's doing its gaze attack, it will petrify you and turn you to stone. So just turn your back to it when it's doing that attack, and you don't have to worry about it. But that's kind of key to know with I know as for me, for the longest time when I was a new player, didn't know that. And there's actually in this and a lot of times when you fight Medusas, they add mirrors. The devs will, and if you go to a mirror and you can kite them, like say there was a mirror right here, get them to do their gaze attack at you, and then turn your back to them. And if there's a mirror behind you, so I would be facing it, they can do their gaze attack into a mirror and turn themselves into stone. You know, just like the the Greek myth, right? Okay, so I don't think I will bother. I'm trying to remember where it's at, actually. There's a lever somewhere in this room where you can get access to a mirror, but I think we'll be fine just fighting. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and do the fight. I don't think I have to worry about, using the mirror right now. I think that's just going to overcomplicate things. Just going to keep the trash down. Then we'll focus on the Medusa. I'm just a little concerned about, server lag and stuff. That was quite a bit of damage from that force attack there, actually. So here's our Medusa. Should be doing her attack anytime. Surprised she's not done it yet. I hope she does it so I can actually show it to you. Here we go. So here it is. So she does this gaze, turn your back. That is the turn you to stone. So now it's over. We turn around, attack it again, and that's how you kill Medusas. Just like that. Just turn your back whenever they do the gaze, and you'll be fine. If you don't do that, you're gonna die because they're gonna turn you to stone. And you can't really, so other status effects you can get immunity to, but petrification, you can get immunity to it, but you can only get immunity to it in a couple difficult ways. I mean, there is a petrification immunity augment that you can craft from a raid item, but petrification immunity is, I think, one of the epic destinies, so that's post level 20. I think someone correct me in the comments, you can get immunity from, but it's difficult to get petrification immunity. It's not common, unlike immunity to other effects. Okay. So we got a rock splitter now. Not what we wanted. This is just kind of a heavy pick, but kind of a junk weapon. No one really uses heavy picks in DDO these days. So we didn't get either of our items, but oh well, we did complete the quests. So I guess I can show you. Let me go ahead and pull the lever. So here's the lever. This is one of the levers to the mirror, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the mirror. I could, you know what? Maybe I should have shown you. You just pull the lever, and I could have had the Medusa gaze itself. But anyways, you can kind of piece it together, even though I'm not going to show it to you. But if you want to in this fight, pull the lever, bring the Medusa over here. When it does its gaze, just turn your back. It will stone itself. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, maybe this will be an interesting thumbnail. Let me go ahead and pull this down. This will be an interesting thumbnail for the video, maybe. Let's just do this. Here we go. Okay, guys. That's enough of a thumbnail. All right, guys. Well, let's I guess we'll go ahead and recall, get our end reward, and wrap up this episode. Okay, anything nice? Strength 5 of dodge. Yeah, nothing special in reward list. So guys, okay, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all for the next one. Have a good one. Take care.